Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Rolly, and I want to talk today very quickly about the diet that I've been following basically for the past 6 months to help me to lose weight and to build muscle. I'm going to give all the calorie breakdown, all the macro breakdown, and to start off to say it's not really a diet, it's normal food. So normal food that you would eat on a budget may be good for a bachelor. This is what helped me to lose over 25 kilos in fat over the space of 6 months and helped me to build muscle as well. So it's a diet that's going to give you super high protein. Bear in mind, I am 6'4" and 90. Today I'm 93 kilos. I have been down as low as 87 kilos, but I am kind of on a main gaining phase at the moment. But I just really want to talk to you about how easy it is to lose weight. I'm 45, 6'4", so about 195 centimeters, 92 kilograms, and losing weight is easy, guys. And you don't need any fatty diets. You don't need to do exclusion diets. It's super, super simple. So let's start off. The first thing when you start the day, for me anyway, is coffee. I've got a little espresso maker, but I start up the day with coffee. Caffeine is good. It's a mild diuretic, obviously a stimulant and an appetite suppressant. So coffee for me is a big thing. But if you take sugar in your coffee, you need to eliminate the sugar. Eliminate the sugar and substitute honey, which is what I did. And then after you've got used to honey, take the honey out. Black coffee, okay. I like dairy, so I still take milk in my coffee, low-fat milk and real coffee. That's how I start. Now, the first meal of the day, eggs. Scrambled eggs is my preferred way of having eggs in the morning. You could have fried eggs. You could have boiled eggs. But I have scrambled eggs. I have 4 eggs scrambled with 1 teaspoon of butter and a little dash of milk. Keep it moving in the pan, cook on a low heat. You're supposed to do it really, really, really slow. And if you do it really slow, that's how it turns out best. But also you can do it in the time it takes to make a couple of pieces of toast, which is the next thing. So 2 slices of multigrain bread. Now, if you're the kind of person who doesn't eat breakfast, but don't eat breakfast, save your calories for later in the day. If you're the kind of person who does eat, and I'm not the kind of person who eats breakfast, however, I have started eating breakfast. Okay, that's a big breakfast, starting off with quite high in fat, quite high in protein, and a little bit of carbs. You can adjust this. You could have 3 eggs, you could have no toast, you can have 1 piece of toast. It's entirely up to you. So you can adjust this for your own personal needs. But personally, for me, it's a good breakfast, solid 524 calories, a good mix of carbs and fats and proteins. And it's been the best way for me to start off the day. Okay, so lunchtime. Here's where I have. So I'm going to take either like 200 grams of chicken or 200 grams of beef. Normally I use ribeye steak. We'll come to that later. 2 wheat wraps, 1 red onion cooked with the chicken or the beef. And then once I've made the wrap, I will also use this seasoning. This seasoning has calories. It has 166 calories per 100 grams. But you're only using 5 or 10 grams of this when you're making your food. So there's no need to be white rice, chicken, and hot sauce for your meals. This is normal meals. So we're using some of this seasoning. 2 wheat wraps, 1 red onion, or any onion. You could throw a little bit of garlic in there, whatever you want really. Lettuce and tomato to bulk it out. And this meal is going to come in anywhere around 650 calories. You can adjust the amount of chicken or beef that you're putting in here to hit your own personal calorie goals. So that is lunch, and you'll find that that is a really good way of keeping you satiated, keeping the protein high. And then for dinner, I will generally do the same thing, either chicken or beef. And generally I'm eating ribeye because in my part of the world, for some reason, ribeye steak is really cheap. But obviously chicken or beef, I prefer beef. I just find that it helps me better with recovery. 300 grams of white rice, ribeye or chicken, and that is my dinner, 730 calories. Now you can obviously take out and eat 200 grams of white rice. It's also very easy to do. Okay, so there we've got 3 basic meals that I basically have on repeat. You can substitute the rice for potatoes. You can also substitute for pasta. It's not a problem. You just have to be aware of how much pasta you're using. So definitely weigh your food. Now we come on to the other critical things that you should have in your diet. This for me is a lifesaver. 0-calorie Sprite. Any 0-calorie soft drink. If you want something sweet, this is a great way to trick your body a little bit into that it's getting something sweet. So every time you have that kind of sweet urge, if you can have a soft drink like a Zero Sprite or a Coke Zero or whatever it is that you prefer, this is a massive hack to helping you while you're losing weight. I prefer Sprite just because I feel like Sprite Zero, when I drink it, tastes like it actually has sugar in it, whereas other zero sodas don't give me that same hit. So for me, Sprite is my weapon of choice. Now, if you hit baseline with these 3 meals, bear in mind you can adjust the amount of rice that you want to eat, whether you want to eat bread in the morning or not, how many eggs, 3 or 4, 2 or 3 or 4. You then have some leeway. The leeway in the snacks, well, first of all, the other thing that I do every day is basically eat 1 pot of Greek yogurt. Low fat, 36 gram protein is the one that I get. And I'll mix in a little bit of natural honey into that, just a couple of teaspoons to make it sweet. So this is a great snack. Now, 1 pot of Greek yogurt, you can split into 2 snacks. So essentially now I've got 3 meals and 2 snacks. And I still have some calories left to play around with. And up to this point, I've not had any fruit. And this comes on to the next kind of hack, which is amazing if you have a sweet tooth. And me, I don't particularly have a sweet tooth, but when I'm trying to be healthy, I want to feel like I have something that's indulgent. And if you can have like a protein ice cream, amazing. If you want something cheap, right? Get yourself some frozen fruit. Strawberries, raspberries are amazing for this. So frozen fruit, which basically doesn't have very many calories at all. And then I've got here just, this ice cream is super cheap. It's low calorie vanilla ice cream. So you can have a massive bowl of this. Dun, dun, dun. Like you can have like 200 grams of this and it works out 200 calories. And plus the raspberries, 50 grams of raspberries is going to set you back like 20 calories, something like this, really low calorie. And if you ever had if you like raspberry ripple ice cream, fresh raspberries and vanilla ice cream is absolutely the way forward. So this is the basic diet that I'm eating every single day. And in terms of macros, so we've got 250 grams of carbs, which is 40% of my goal, according to MyFitnessPal. We've got 79 grams of fat, which is exactly on my goal of 30% fat. And then I've got 192 grams of protein, which is 30% protein compared to a goal of 20%. So I'm going super high on the protein. And even with all these carbs and ice cream and bread still coming in at 2,500 calories. So important caveats, but at least go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, at least 2 to 3 times a week. If you're losing weight, you need to be retaining muscle. The next thing is cardio. So 8 to 12,000 steps a day. I just think steps is the easiest way to burn off calories without causing fatigue. So try and get your steps in every day. 8 to 12,000 steps would be a good marker to hit. And then if you can do some cardio on top of that, whether it's on a bike or you go jogging or whatever, that's going to help to accelerate things. The most important things here is listen to your body. And if you're tired, you take a rest day. If you're tired, take a rest day. That's going to be the best thing to help lose weight and grow muscle. And that leads you nicely onto sleep, which is also one of the most important factors here. Getting a good night's sleep will help you more than anything in losing weight. Okay, so this is the wild card. On your hard training days, before you're running, or even as a pre-workout for your gym, Cocoa Pops. Now be careful, because in some countries, Cocoa Pops are not made with rice. They're made with multigrain cereals, I believe. This is rice Cocoa Pops. So if your Cocoa Pops are multigrain, then I would go for the Rice Krispies option instead. This is the best pre-workout pump meal and the best thing to give you energy if you're going on for a cardio session, running or cycling. Have this an hour or 45 minutes before your training session. This is an ultimate pump pre-workout meal. So Cocoa Pops, relatively low in calories for a bowl of Cocoa Pops with low-fat milk. I will put the calories up on screen here. I don't have it to hand. However, this is something that you've got to remember. On your higher intensity days, you need to be fueling your body appropriately. Otherwise, you'll just develop fatigue. So Cocoa Pops, I am telling you right now, a bowl of Cocoa Pops before you train is the way forward. Bachelor time. Oh yes. Supplements. There's 1,000,001 supplements out there that you can use. The cheapest ones for me and the easiest ones, you have to take creatine, no brainer. Depending on your body weight, 5 grams is the recommended. I'm generally taking 10 grams a day just because I'm on the big side, just to be on the safe side. Creatine is going to be a massive help when it comes to building, retaining muscle, endurance, etc. And then the other one, which I kind of never thought of before, but I've discovered this year and is in a lot of pre-workouts, is beta-alanine. The first time I took beta-alanine, it was a little bit like, not scary, but I was like, oh my God, like the tingling sensation that you get with this is it's basically just unusual, but it's nothing negative. I got a massive pump the first time that I used beta-alanine when I went to the gym, and then I went running and took beta-alanine, and my watch said my VO2 max, it was obviously at a threshold point, but it knocked me up into the next threshold on VO2 max. So creatine, beta-alanine. I've tried taking multivitamins, and all I found was with multivitamins was that it made my urine fluorescent. I think artificial vitamins, probably not the way to go. If you want to take multivitamins, by all means. I also took cod liver oil for a while. And to be honest with you, obviously it's a long-term health benefit thing. Cod liver oil you could take. I'm not bothering at the moment. All right, so that's the diet that helped me go from this to this. It's also, if you use this as a baseline for your training, you can add in calories, take out calories. If you stick around this, you will lose weight, you will lose body fat, and it will be ideal to help you to build muscle. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do hit the like button if you gained anything from it, and subscribe to the channel.